Whew. Hello and welcome back to the Dolecast. It is Halloween, folks. Well, tomorrow by the time this goes out, but it's the closest thing you're getting, so it's going out on the 30th. I'm joined today with Chloe Carson.
Hi guys.
Woo!
I'm back.
And Aaron's closing the window. I am dressed as Homelander. You're dressed as
I think it's called Angel.
Pink Stitch.
Pink Stitch, yeah.
Yes. There's not much
What are you doing to
grip
that?
on those, sorry. Whoops. There's not much grip on those gloves, so I'm drinking this one. And Aaron is behind the camera dressed as Butcher.
I'll run him for one.
From The Boys.
Oh, is that who you are?
Yeah.
I
It's
really
good,
wish I had the Starlight costume now.
Yeah.
This is just whenever I had my wardrobe. That could be
No, it's good. But yeah, it's Halloween, spooky time. I had other decorations and stuff, but didn't put them up because I went.
Did you?
May have stolen those decorations. Yeah, not from the shop, from someone else. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
Yes. So Chloe, welcome back to the Dolecast.
Thanks so
You're
much.
by yourself this time. Last
I
time
am.
everybody else.
Jack pulled out. He bailed.
He did. And Kira's where?
Magaluf or something
Magaluf.
probably. Or I don't know, Malaga.
Getting
She's
lit.
always in Spain.
She always takes
I'm
herself
so jealous.
off at the most inconvenient of times.
It's really funny though because we have a presentation on Monday morning.
Do
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to tell you that when I came in.
We'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
But
She's not here for it.
it's just me and you.
And Jack. Different. It's like the radio one, yeah.
Okay, right, that's all right. We'll do that. But yeah, Kira always takes herself off to sunny climates when we need her the most because we're doing well. This is Aaron. I'll hand this to you and you can tell me your thoughts on this. So, Chloe and Jack want to do a group costume. We're going to a Halloween party on Monday.
We are.
So it'll already happen by the time this goes out. And I was game to do this until I realised Kira's not even going to be here. She's not even in the country. So the idea of a group costume kind of left my mind because I was like, well, one of the group isn't even here, so like, I'll just not do a group costume. So then I was going to do Batman with Connie because Connie's also going. And then Batman costume arrived and did not fit. The boots were up to the knees and I went, I've spent $40 on this. I want to get a proper costume. Yeah. So I was always Snickers.
I needed it, man. I was out last night.
You're not yourself and you're hungry.
Watch
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Oh, was it good?
Oh, man. Do you know the thing is, when you watch a film so many times and you see it in cinema, you start laughing before the joke happens.
Have you seen Hot Fuzz?
No.
It's brilliant.
Oh, man.
It's really, really good.
Actually, no, I have. I think I have.
Police one.
Yeah.
Soundbag. But I then sent the Batman costume back. I ordered this. This is for an unrelated Halloween activity. Sounds like I'm going to go out and just beat someone to death. But like, no, I'll wear this on actual Halloween night if I'm doing anything. I have no plans currently. And I ordered a Luke Skywalker costume for the Monday night. So me and Connie are going as Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. Before they found out they're brother and sister. So there was multiple group costumes were floated.
No, because you said so, you pulled out of the group costume before you even knew Kira was on holiday. So I don't know why you're throwing that in there as if it was even relevant. He's completely
I
lying.
did.
Yes, you did. We said for ages we were going as a group costume. And that was fine. And then you're like, oh, I don't really know. And then you're like, oh, Connie's coming. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. We'll get something then. I know you're going to say the Yoshi thing. They could go as pink and green Yoshi.
So like they wanted to do Mario, right? And I was given, don't worry, we've got characters for you guys. You can be Yoshi and Connie can be...
Yoshi. Sorry.
You can be Yoshi and Connie can be Pink Yoshi. And
That's cute.
Absolutely brilliant.
That is cute.
Thanks, guys. And then
what did I say?
I was on board, and then I was walking and went, I actually just don't want to be Yoshi for Halloween.
Okay,
Yoshi,
and then what did I say?
Yoshi, sorry.
I said, well, you can be Luigi and she can be Daisy. We can try and sort that out. And I was trying to shift people around in class, say, do you mind being this instead? And that was fine. And you were like, no, it's fine. We're not doing it. So I don't want to hear it. It was you not wanting to be in the group costume. You. This was you. It was not because Kira wasn't there.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah, that was it at the
very
start,
Trump
and
right
then
now.
you were like trying to double team it. You were trying to be the kid from Fantastic Mr. Fox plus what was the other thing?
Nick Wilde. From
Nick
Zootopia.
Wilde. But then we just
Still
came,
a fox.
Yes,
So I'm
but then
still
we
in there.
came
Still
out.
in
We
there.
realized we're all gonna look like furries if we're going out dressed like foxes, and we didn't want to give off that impression.
For yourself. No, so I was like, listen, Connie will go as Julie Hopps from Zootopia, and I'll go as Nick Wilde. Then I'm still a fox, and I'm able to play or double team, as you say, both sides. Then it was the Mystery Gang.
The Mystery Gang would have been
That
sick
would've
though.
been
To be
good.
that would have been
It would have
really good.
involved Raid painting his face brown.
No, he would have just got a Scooby Doo onesie. What's wrong with
he
you?
needs to take it. Yeah,
Fully
needs to be
immerse
accurate.
himself.
Jack presumably be Fred, and then was told to be Shaggy, and wasn't happy.
Yeah, but he would be such a better Shaggy. You would be a good Fred. He would be a good
Nice.
Shaggy. I said I'd dye my hair ginger if it came down to it.
Yeah. Were you gonna be?
Because Kira was going
Daphne.
originally.
You were gonna be Daphne,
Yeah.
and then
And then
do you know
we
what they-
switch,
do
and
you know
then
what
we
they gave
switch.
Connie for that one? Scrappy Doo.
No, because we said that he could be
Scrappy-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. And then whenever we found out Kira wasn't going, first of all, we didn't know Connie was coming. So at first, we did not know Connie was coming. So that is why. And then I said, okay, well, Kira's not coming. So I'll go as Femma. She goes as Daphne. You go as Fred. Jack goes as Shaggy. And
See,
Rafe goes as
see, You
Scooby.
play yourself there because if I had originally said to you guys, oh well, I'll go as Nick Wilde because I'm doing Julie Hopps with Connie as well, then that would have meant that was before the
We were
change
the
over to
mystery gang.
first.
Yes.
Fantastic Mr. Fox's float of the day. We went to that coffee shop,
What coffee shop?
the one where we saw Shane Todd. Then that was the day I spilled the flat white all over myself in the back of Jack's car. Didn't tell anybody and was just like
Do you actually?
in my new Carhartt cream.
I was beside you.
So
Did
I
you
know
tell me?
I was leading my kiss in the car journey, and I was like right in the crotch area, and I was like, I have this really bad thing. Like the last time we were on Jack's car, there was a load of sand spilt from the beach, and I am
It's you and Jack and Cars, man. You're up a good relationship.
for real. You know what? I hit his car on purpose. No, I'm joking.
I didn't even notice.
Liked it. Do it again.
Maybe you just wet yourself. No, you're trying to cover it up in case I
That-
saw it and didn't
that
say
was it.
anything.
I was no. I just like I'd take. Remember we got coffees to go.
We got chocolates.
Sorry, hot chocolates and finer details. And we got in the car, and I don't know what happened. I went to just like be nonchalant and take a drink and just dribble it all down myself and onto my. And I was like, no, not a drop hit Jack's car, but I was like, I don't want to be like, oh, I've spilt this. So I just sort of sat like that for the remainder of the car journey. We ended up in the ferry and everything.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I wouldn't notice because I was
It's never
fixated
just-
on the ferry.
It's never just a coffee and a chat. It's like, let's get the ferry to another place on the boat. And it was like 12 quid, wasn't it? The ferry?
I don't know. And
Where do
what,
I?
what do you mean? We were
Like, the other way
going
we were
back.
like,
You're
oh.
like, oh, it's a. We're
Remember we were
going
like,
back
oh.
to Cumber.
We were like, oh, we'll get a coffee here. And then it's like, and then Jack's like, let's get on. Was it Strangford Ferry?
Stratford Lock.
Yeah, the one
Was
that's
it
trying for
across
that. Yeah, yeah.
So, like,
I'd never been on it.
I'd never been on it.
Yeah, that's what we were
I
saying.
just
there.
knew, like, we've got to do it now. Well, we ended up, where did we get across to?
Like, I don't know, wherever it stops, it only goes one way.
I don't know. And then we walked, I don't know, we just stopped at like some wee restaurant and did a wee walk. Do you remember?
What?
We stopped at some wee like car park restaurant and then did a wee walk. Do you remember?
That was at
Strang.
the coffee shop. It had a wee
No,
forest
no,
trail.
no. We did the forest trail, did the shortest forest trail of all time, and then
I don't even
we got
remember.
the ferry across. Jack drove for a bit, and then we stopped at a wee like. I think I'd said something to you because you were not happy with me when we got out of the car. I remember that distinctly. And then
Oh, the seashell beach.
yes,
Yeah, the one
Can't
in
remember what I
Portaferry.
said, but I remember being like,
I think it's Portaferry.
I'm not stepping on Chloe's toes for the rest of the day.
Yeah, because he's just so annoying. He just always, all the time, like we can't just have one day where we're just civil. You just have to say something that's rude.
Well, for example, I said last night I got in from work and I said to Chloe, "Can you still do the podcast now?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "We can just go after uni straight to the podcast." And I said, I don't think I'm coming in." And she said, "If you don't come in, I'm not doing the podcast." And I went, "Okay, I'm still not coming in, but please do the podcast." With a very not love-hate relationship, just like a
Civil hate.
Yeah, civil hate. Good to see you, sort of relationship.
Yeah. Keep you at an arm's length, kind of.
Yes, very much so. You're very rude to me. in
You're
class.
very rude to me.
Very rude. We were outside.
Need I remind you what you called me for 6 months last year?
Can I say? No, he's not here. That was more Jack than it was me.
He might have started it,
He
but
started
you
it.
egged that
No,
on.
no.
The day of formal, you almost
He
had
who
me
smelt
in
it, dealt it.
tears.
No, that was not
In
me.
tears.
That was not me.
It was you, and
That
it
was
was
not me.
specifically you because I remember.
Context.
Do you want me to say it and I'll bleep it?
Oh, I don't care. People, the masses can know because it's not bad on me.
Because I don't want it to
No,
look like I'm.
Because we already
shaming
talked about
people.
this on
No.
What's Happening. It's already on an episode of What's Happening. He called me wide load. They called me wide load for 6 months. Called me fat.
No, never fat.
No, you did
never
call me fat. He said
never
my
fat.
back was spilling out of my dress on the day of formal.
No,
That's awful.
try
I
and
did not. I did not
Yes,
say
he
this.
did.
I did not say
Yes,
this.
he
No,
did.
Jack-
It was all
Jack-
praise.
Jack is
It
worse
was
than I am.
yeah, but that's what you
Jack
said.
is worse than I am.
That's
Dude,
horrendous.
No.
Gay
So-
men always feel like they can comment on. Sorry, gay men always feel like they can comment on women. Anyway, you might want to pick that.
No, I won't actually. I'll just.
No, you go.
Joke.
Just
No, that was
That's mad.
no,
That's horrendous.
no. I will not. Look at you there just now. It was a
Why, though?
shared thing,
He said I should get tattooed in my back. Wide load.
but like it's.
One day in class, I was like walking backwards, like I was getting right, and you started making like the
No, I
reverse.
didn't.
Yes,
No,
you
I didn't.
did. You were like beep beep, and I was like, oh my
Yes,
goodness. And then I think it was Jack
it
that
wasn't
said like
Trump.
wide load reversing or
Yes,
something, and I
it
was like,
wasn't
right, okay.
trumpets. It was beep.
That's what
beep.
I didn't say.
Like,
Trumpets.
they go reversing. Like that's
That's what they did.
not bad. Why like trumpets when someone's walking? It's pretty grim. I remember that happened.
No,
Someone
you
else
didn't
got
do that.
No,
That
no,
was
no,
that
no,
like
no.
the thing from the Muppets.
There was a girl. I'll say no more.
Yeah.
I'll explain after. I'll tell you that after. But yeah, it was. I would say that was 60 Jack, 40 me throughout the year. And I do it now?
Can I just?
Do I do it now?
Can I just say name of the episode?
Wide load.
Wide loop.
Wide load.
Did I? That's good. Did I?
No, that's awful.
When was
It's
that?
gonna never speak to me again.
Have I done it since? No.
X months?
Not has Jack not?
Mm.
Yes.
You've had like you've hinted at it a few times.
There's been many
Memories that was like you basically did say it, but
There was
you
a-
didn't.
there was a few but when it hits, well, like there was one day you said to me, you sent me a meme or something. I can't find it later, but there was
I called you a big back. That's what it was.
There was one day there was someone standing behind a pole or something. And
No,
sent
you
me-
said if I stood. No, because you had said something to me earlier that day that really, really annoyed me. And I don't even remember what it was. I was like, I'm actually going to murder him.
Mhm.
And then he was like, oh, if I stood behind a lamppost, you couldn't see me. And I went, Daniel, if you stood behind Big Ben, we could still see you. And he took this really bad. And he went, what? And I went, big back. And then he was like, this is like, that's so rude. That's so rude. As if I didn't get called fat for since
But there's
leading
a-
up to the formal
No.
and then the rest of the year.
There's a difference in just being like, you're fat and beep, beep, beep. Do you know what I mean?
I actually think that's worse.
No.
It is
no.
actually worse.
Rather just someone call me straight fat.
Fat.
Well, what I'm getting at here is I don't do it now, and it was not just me. It was.
I didn't say it was
No,
just you.
no,
I
no,
never
no, no.
claimed that it was just
I know,
you.
I know.
But
I also
what
did
I'm
not start
saying
it.
is
I also did not start
it also backs up the point of like this is why we have like a civil hate relationship. Like you can't expect me to always be nice and like
For example,
whenever this is what I endured.
For example, the other week we got to the doors at one of our classes that you need a key card to open, and I took my wallet, which I had done earlier, and just held my wallet up to it, and because my card was in my wallet, I went beat and opened the doors. Then we got out of the lift. There was another stranger with us as well, who had their card, but I just went out to tap the wallet. Of course, it didn't work that time. And instead of just going, whoops, I obviously took my wallet out and then tapped it. Instead of just going, whoops, that was annoying. Chloe, that is so embarrassing. That is, oh, Daniel, that is
No,
so
I went,
scattering.
oh my goodness, I'm so scunnered
so
for you, and
scunnered
started
for you.
laughing.
I'm going, this poor stranger, he just thinks I'm a loser now for no apparent reason. But yeah, no, it's a civil.
Yeah, but it was funny.
It's a civil hit
And
relationship.
it was self-inflicted as well.
It's a civil hit relationship.
Do you know
That was a
what
good-
is really bad? Is Wide Load's a great title name. Because it's just snappy.
It is just
It's awful, though.
people go, "What's that about?" You know.
It's me.
It's
I
not.
am the wide
It is
load.
not.
It's me.
Imagine you widen Chloe out in there.
If you do that, I will
Violet
murder
Beauregard.
you.
Oh no.
I'm not calling you that. I'm saying if I see, this is what I mean.
There you go.
This is what I mean.
That's awful.
This is what I mean.
Cancelled.
If I had-
Cancelled. Everyone
I mean,
cancelled Day
if
Houston.
I had widened you out in the thumbnail, that's you could be like, oh, it looks a bit like Violet Beauregard, but you're not.
Okay, am I also blue then?
No, well, I would make you blue in the thumbnail.
Okay.
But yes, you're not a wide load at all, Chloe. Hope you know that.
You said it with a straight face, or
Barrel the camera.
I hope Chloe Carson knows that she is nothing. I nearly said nothing. I nearly said nothing but a wide load. She is not a wide load.
thank you so much.
But yeah, we had a show on Queen's Radio called What's Yappenin.
We're just waiting for it to get back up.
We're just waiting for it to get back.
I'm
up.
like so passionate about it. Though. I was watching our like vlogs and all, and I was getting so hyped because it was like they're so cute. I did get called cringe though from my 9-year-old cousin. She was like, "You're so
it's
incredibly
pretty rough.
cringe." I was like,
Yeah, Chloe sent videos into the group chat yesterday, and it was like her 9-year-old cousin was there, and she was like, "Well, what do you think?" She's like, "You're really cringe." Then I did an impression. I played the impression.
"Yeah, it was actually quite good."
That all sounds great, and then I remember it's us organising. Okay, never mind. That's
Oh.
not the right voice note at all. Chloe, you're very cringe. That was the way she said it. Very cringe. And she said the two boys weren't good in it. I went, maybe Jack wasn't. I was. But and then I get a lot of views as well because basically we had our formal last year, which Chloe's already mentioned, and I was given the footage, right, from the vlog that was recorded. Now, people like to joke that I do nothing with my life and I'm not busy. For example, I said to my dad said to me yesterday, "Well, have you just sat in your hoop all day?" And I went, "No, father, I have been working very hard with the podcast and movie house stuff, and I have a lot of things to get out and ready. I'm a busy man in general. I was unable to put the vlog together. You would have thought I'd killed everyone's firstborn. You really would have.
No.
I was screamed
You honestly, you trying to make things swing in your favor so much is unbelievable. We basically gave him the footage, right? And it was all fine. He said, "Look, get like pre-footage, like footage from before and stuff." I have a video of me making sangrias at like midday, and I recorded it, and it was like it was like good content before. Like through the whole day, I vlogged everything, and then he was like, "Oh, make sure you send it all to me." So we spent ages airdropping everything over, send everything to Daniel, and we were like, "Are you sure? Like you can do this, whatever." And he's like, "Yeah. Like you said you'd already started it and all." We're like, "Okay, that's fine." And then it was like a week later, and we said, "Are you getting on? How are you getting on with it?" And you're like, "Yeah. It's not done yet, but like it'll not be long." Weeks and weeks later, we keep
They know.
we mentioned to you again. He's like, "Oh yeah, I've just been really busy," and we're like, "Yeah, it's no problem, but like, you know, do you mind getting a wriggle on?" And he was like, "It's been like more than a month now," and he was like, "Yeah." And I went, eventually, I said to you, "Why don't you just give me the bank of footage and I will edit it?" And you were like, "No, sure, it's fine, like it'll get done." And then we just got so fed up with asking because he kept saying he was getting around to it, he was going to do it, and he never did it. That's why everyone got annoyed.
Valid. That's. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think actually this week more there'll be a comment made about people having arguments. I'll tell you about that after. Wait, I'll tell you about that now. No, I won't. I'll tell you about that after.
Spell it.
Basically,
Bit of crust on that. Like
did
that.
you trick or treat much as a child?
Yeah, I used to go like multiple nights dressed up as different things.
Did you just throw that? That's all right. I was gonna say like I have been finding trinkets in this room recently. I cleared out that back. I wish.
Monster cans and stuff.
Oh yeah, a lot of old producer Ryan Hill, if he's watching, watch yourself. Used to bring a monster, drink it, and then would just leave the can wherever he felt like in the room. And then 2 weeks later, I'd barefoot stand on it and go, "What the fuck is this?" And it's his empty monster can. Sorry, did you trick or treat much as a child?
tangent much. Yeah, I used to trick or treat all the time. I trick or treated till I was like too old. Like I shouldn't have been trick or treating at that age, but I still went.
We also, we did, and like let's be real. I'll tell a story after. I'll tell it now. We trick or treated, the four of us, me, Aaron, Ryan, and Ben, and we went as Peaky Blinders. Can I say? Probably too old.
Way too old.
Way too old.
What age?
Like, probably 4th year.
Probably.
Right.
Weren't going to a party. Weren't doing anything. We're walking around the streets
There's like,
as a bunch of Peaky Blinders, and we thought we are really cool. And may I say, I think okay. Basically, I'll. Yeah, I was invited to a Halloween party that night, but we'd already had plans, and I went, it's fine, not a big deal. The girl I liked at the time was going to that Halloween party, and we'd kind of been talking, it was on and off, and I went out as one of the blinders with the lads instead. Basically walked the streets for a night, came back and played the Wii or whatever. Then I get videos of this girl just absolutely necking some other guy at this party. And
bro, this happens to you a lot.
and you're like, do you want to do another round of Mario Kart? And I'm gonna jump off the roof. But I was kind of like, yeah, lads, it's all good, don't worry. And I actually really reevaluated my life after that night. Not even joking. I did. I went home and went, I chose to walk around the streets with a farmer's cap on and a suit that was 3 sizes too big for me. Didn't do anything apart from break into another Halloween party.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Raid all their suites and then leave. And then came back, played a few rounds of Mario Kart, essentially kind of got cheated on a talking stage, and then go, oh well, the guy was sending me photos on her phone.
That was so
And
well.
I went, oh, Tommy and the boys all having a good time.
But
Yeah.
did you get a lot of sweets?
Peanuts and stuff. Basically, we went to a
Sorry, you gotta clip
What?
the Homelander music over.
yeah.
I said I reevaluated my life.
I did. I literally did.
Mario Kart.
I literally did. The no, we didn't get a lot of sweets. The basically,
You boys are doing for this.
yeah, a lot of guys. Go on now.
Yeah, save some for
Away
the
home.
kids.
That's so sad.
No, it really is, because we were going around a certain neighborhood, and we heard wind that there was a Halloween party going on. We were like, let's just walk in.
Show up. I was a girl I went to primary school with, and I haven't seen in like 7 years. But we were just like, oh, do you remember we went to primary school? We just walked in there.
Yeah, we walked in, and basically Aaron was the decoy. We walked into the house, and Aaron had set up. Aaron was doing the chat, and me and the boys were just basically like big bags,
These
throwing
are
everything
so
we had
sad.
in
That lolly's probably
the big sacks and throwing them over her head. We're like actual Peaky Blinders, robbing places. Like I remember there was like 12 pack of Coke, and I just went into like Santa's sack and threw it over my over the back and walked on. Pleasure doing business. I think I did say something like pleasure doing business with this. As I walked out the door, filled with like Haribos and crisps and all sorts. And then I went, this is the greatest night ever. Cheated on 10 minutes later, but it was a good
You're
night.
far too old for that.
I was
At that
I was
age,
probably
you're
15.
far too old.
Probably 15. I was going, I can't believe I've rated them a 10 Haribo fun size. But
You
yeah.
thought you were him.
Did you ever get like I still do think about look at what I'm wearing. But yeah, like did you ever do any like well I don't know what
You
it's
guys
called,
like bobbing for apples and stuff? Or like?
bobbing for apples, or like do you ever get those apple pies that, like my granny used to make apple pies but put money in them?
Oh yeah, I heard about this. I never did that, to be
Real
fair.
chicken hazard.
Yeah.
I want to bite on some crusty coin. Like, do you know what I mean?
She always used to sit, like deliver them and be like, probably do the one this year. And she'll deliver it to us and be like, be careful now. I'm going, you've put your entire back catalogue of change into this pie.
How much money you found into a pie? Like?
A couple of quid. She's maybe put £6 coins into a pie.
That's
But,
like my biggest, like, not ick, but like
disgusting.
money.
I'm
Like,
sure she washed them, but like still.
I work in a shop, so like when I'm touching money, I have like hand sanitizer sat by the till, and I'm not joking. Every single time I like touch change, I like wash my hands
Yeah.
after it because it icks me out so much.
It was, well, we all three of us have done our stint in retail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
but I'm still there, so.
Yeah. Great. Any good stories?
Oh, I just get like Creeps, like literally every week. Some guy came up to me when I was like bent over de-icing, like, you know the wee ice cream lolly freezers.
So like, why though there you've got no ice cream? That's me done.
Well, actually kind of similar. He went, "What a target!" Smacked me on the backside, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Bruh.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That's mental.
But that's like it
Did you
kind
report
of.
him?
No, I did. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. It was like an older guy. I didn't know what to do, so I was just like, "Oh," and like they like I'll be like stacking out bread, and they'll come up behind you, and they'll like tickle your side, you know, like that, like touch your sides, and I'm like, "Oh,
Nah, you
let's
get
not
smacked,
do
though.
that."
Nah, you get
Like,
smacked.
It is wild.
yeah, I think it's so
What
strange.
is it? What a target?
He went, "What a target!" like that, and I was like,
That's like is
That's
that sexual assault?
Sexual assault, yeah. That's full on sexual assault.
"It's actually so." It was like I didn't even know what to say. Like, step back, and I went, "I'm just
You're a
gonna go
victim,
out
like,
the
yeah,
back."
That is crazy.
Like, I just walked out the back as well. Not doing this today. I actually am not strong
Another day in
enough.
retail. You know what I mean?
No, but that
Oh
is
my
funny. But like
goodness.
that's literally me.
Check
Like
out
every
our
time I go
discounts.
in, I just like
Just a
some
member of the
guy,
public.
like this older guy. He was drunk. Like, was it when was I last Wednesday or something? He was standing across the till, and it was my coworker serving him, and I just jumped on to like let a few people pass because he was taking really slow. But he was done, and like he had his change, whatever, and he just stood there staring at me across the counter. And he can see out of your peripheral. And I thought, I'm not going to look at you because if we lock eyes, we're going to have a conversation, and I don't want that. So he was like standing, and he kept staring. And I was like, right, okay. And then eventually I like looked up, but like I didn't mean to like look at him. I was like saying goodbye to the other customer, and he went to walk away, and then he came back. He went, "She's really, really fit." And then Chris was like, what?" And then I was like, I'm just gonna ignore him and keep going. Then he like started walking towards me, and he was like, "You, like, I'm talking to you. But he was so old and like so drunk, and he's like, "You're so fit, and you know it, and all this." And I was literally like, hair back, miserable, felt sick, just wanted to go home. And I was like, "I literally have an hour left in my shift. Please go away. Like, I don't want to speak to you right now." like I just went, huh. Turned around, walked out the back, just sat out there for 5 minutes, like, I can't do this.
That is wild.
It's just like that wasn't even that big of a deal. But see, when if you were like 5 hours into a shift that you're already like so tired and so ill, and you've already had so many numpties like pestering you the whole time, then you're like, yeah, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. Folks, you're going to listen to me, and you're going to listen to me now. Guys, I talk about them every week, and this week's no different. It's Go Barbecue Co. And they've been sponsoring the podcast for a while now. We love them. Guys, it's Homelander here, and I'm asking you to do something. Dolelander? I don't know. We'll workshop it. And I'm asking you to do something very important, and that is head over to the Go Barbecue Instagram to take advantage of their exclusive deals that are happening only on the Instagram. You also need to be following Go Barbecue Lad raffles, where they'll be doing all their raffles for different heaters, stoves, barbecue, Gino Campo pizza ovens, whatever you want. They are over there for really cheap if you buy a raffle ticket. So you need to get after those as well, guys. We're coming into the winter months now. You know, the time for barbecuing is over. No, it's not. It's never over. So you need to make sure you're taking advantage of their discounted deals. They have spooky deals on at the minute because it's Halloween. The Instagram will be in the description of this podcast, hopefully. And you need to go over and take advantage of Go Barbecue Go. So, guys, get after them, and back to the podcast. I remember the day. I remember the day the manager was just like, "Here's my bare ass from paintball." Remember that?
Yeah.
And
Weird game.
he used to put full cheetah print on before leaving. You remember? There
Yes,
was one,
the
and then he would put his goggles on and fly away like Green Goblin on his bike. But he, he's a weird guy. Like, and then, I remember the day kids used to spray like petrol on the ground at the pumps. Poor winter's night, someone just slipped and like broke her arm on it, but she couldn't move, so I just had to set up like a perimeter. It was like something out of CSI. I was like putting cones around her, so she's just frail on the ground like that. I was like,
That's not even funny.
"Don't worry," yeah, it was just, oh man, it was good.
I've been a tribute video to Centra a while ago after I left. 5 minute Coldplay Yellow on my Instagram.
Something like that.
I
Do you remember us
know
with the wraps?
That's
You know the
one
rap
of my
challenge where you put
favourite
water in your
videos
mouth
ever.
and
Yeah.
boom.
Have you
What's
seen this?
happening? Should do stuff like that, like little stupid
Yeah, we should.
challenges,
That's fun. That's
you
funny.
know? But yeah, no. What was out of all the any Halloween costumes that stood out to you over the years?
I take it you don't know what Monster High is.
I know what it is. I don't know the characters.
I went as Clotting Wolf, which is like,
Werewolf.
yeah, kind of,
Oh,
yeah. Don't know how I pulled it up. Yeah.
that's good. That was quick for me. It's your lock screen.
I mean.
Yeah, I went as her. I also have a few. I'll actually like send you photos that you can insert of me. Like when I was younger, my mum was very much, what's the point as going like as something if you're not gonna be scary? So I would have like the wig, the whole painted face, blood, like it was my auntie's wedding or something. So I had like bridesmaid dress, covered it in blood, like running around the street. I looked like a wee goblin. I was actually like, I actually was terrifying. I looked like the kid out of The Ring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This year I'm going as Princess Peach. So it's very big. Very big difference.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Monday night. I am. Have you got your tickets?
No, of you?
No.
Jack said pay at the door, but yeah, hopefully we get in.
Could you imagine?
To be fair, like you could just get them online.
I'd be like, we have a show.
Yeah, sorry, what's happening?
But yeah, I'm trying to think of good costumes I've done over the years. Like I remember specifically, like Batman, and I remember one year I think you guys were doing something else. Is when you used to live around the corner. You guys were doing something else, and the one I knew was doing anything on Halloween. I was very young, and my dad was like, "I'll just take you out around the doors." And you remember you had to sing.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Halloween's coming. Just give us some money. Put the fries in the bag, bro. You know.
That was the worst part. And then they'd call you out and be like, "Oh, he's not singing. You're not getting any
You're like,
candy." And I'm
"That's-
like,
but I am though. You're gonna give it to me. Like you're not
do you
gonna
know
not.
the worst kind of people who would give you peanuts, just peanuts.
No, there was. Do you remember there was one of? Do you remember there was one of those
What if you had a nut allergy?
religions who worked for the
Worked
the
for the
Loco Locos?
Yeah.
That sounds like it.
He was crazy.
Yeah, he was selling DVDs on the side of Belfast. Loco. No, he showed no the wee like
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
yeah.
Sweets company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just had bags and bags of it. Take what you want. Oh, it's paper money and everything, you remember? Edible paper and stuff.
Remember the tongue tattoos?
Yeah.
They were so
I
cool.
was gonna say edible money. He could have just been giving us sheets of A4. We were like, oh,
Right, no.
decent.
What's your favourite Halloween costume?
I'm a big fan of this. I'll be honest.
I was
really
gonna
like
say.
this. I really like this. I'm trying to figure out what Peaky Blinders was good, but it was very of its time in terms of like
do you want me to I'll show you.
we were all watching it and we were just old enough to be watching it, and it was like the end thing to do. Even
like,
now.
what are you going for? Piggy Blind? Genuine.
And it was on TV, so like everyone was, whereas Peaky Blinders costume was good at the time. It was, and every smick still does it. If I could, if money was no object, who would you want to dress up as?
Oh, do you know the Corpse Bride?
Yeah.
Like with the blue face paint and all. Like
That was us.
not even if money wasn't an object, if it was like that is so cool. Oh, it's like your short
Shaded on
film.
about 2 months later. Yes, yeah.
Is
So
that
it, was the
like-
same, it was the same costume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Robin Fatal. Yeah.
No, that was
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I saw that like
Oh.
like at the actual screening in
Yes,
the
Chloe
thing.
was there.
Cineworld?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She saw Loop.
I saw no, but there was the one that the see it
Yeah,
did like
she
in the
showcased.
cinema,
Yeah.
and I think it was one of our films. I don't think it was mine. There was someone in my class in the year below or something we were going to support, but we were all moving image and we seen your one. I think it no
The
They
black
both
and white
played.
one's
They both
fine.
played.
was your one. Was it you dressed up
He
as the
so-
same guy?
That's Daniel.
Yes, that. So yeah.
So
yes,
that was Daniel's, but you were in it,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I was both characters.
Yeah.
And then the one of the in the warehouse.
Yeah.
And I was.
You were in that, but it was
shit
yours.
trial.
Yeah, I saw both of them. I remember thinking they were so cool.
Collecting their awards.
Yeah.
Did you both
Doing the-
win?
Doing
Yeah.
the Jack Lamont. I'll play that.
no.
Collect the awards.
Yeah.
But
Third and first.
there was
Skirmish.
Yeah,
black
who
and
came?
first.
Was it yours that came third?
yes.
Yeah,
I came third.
I was because we were like outraged. Like I remember we were like, kids should have watched. Kids was so
Do you
good.
remember?
Do you-
Do you remember after? This
do-
is
yeah.
brutal. We were standing together
Because
after.
we're mates. It's like
Like,
if
we're
one of us
best
wins,
mates.
we all win. Do you know
But
what I mean?
Yeah.
it's also incredibly obvious we're in each other's
Yes.
movies. So like it's not,
There's no rivalry
Yeah.
you
there.
know, and we and Aaron were standing after, and we were obviously in the same category.
Wait, who was? There was not one of you that came second. It was
No,
some
guy
random
from
one.
Ballyclare
There
had.
was some. There was the
I remember
second one because we said that we knew that yous were obviously because we realized like when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
went up to get your awards, so we didn't like. We said that they were both really good. We thought that yours was the one of the warehouse.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, his deserved to win. Yours should have came second. Like
Yeah.
that guy who
Real
came
nice about
second, his was.
Do you remember-
Where is
Full
he
we
now? He's
thought.
probably an Oscar winner.
Irish goodbye. No, we were standing together after, and do you remember this? So we were standing
Ryan's
together,
Frankie.
and some guy came up to me and was like,
When I'm right there, like I know
standing
I'm
like as close to you are to me
now.
now. We were chatting, some guy came up to me and went, you did loop, and I went, yeah. He went, oh man, you should have won.
You were
Oh,
robbed.
You were robbed. You were totally robbed. And I was like, thanks, man. I'm going, the guy that did win is standing
And
Right
the next
there.
to Luke as well. I am
Yeah,
Luke.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
John Luke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was like, the main cast member was there. But it must have just been a guy that just hadn't a clue that it was related whatsoever.
Maybe there was really good weight.
Or maybe he just didn't care
Yeah.
and was like, nah, man. I was like, no, cheers, I'll take that.
No, because our teacher wouldn't stop like talking about yours for like
really?
8. Yeah, he like really liked it because we were.
Afterwards or like days after?
No, it was like in class we were no, he was asking what we liked the most, and we said like his, and then some. I don't remember. Yours was brought up, but I was like, oh. Actually,
trash.
no, this is actually really weird. I brought yours up because we were doing our thing the next year then, and he was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh, I really like the cyclical narrative thing where you're like starting where you end up. Like, and I brought up yours, and I was like, do you remember the one we watched last year of
Yeah.
the guy fighting himself in the house? But I had no idea this was Daniel's until like really recently.
Do you know, like you should? I wish we had recorded Daniel pitching that film to me, man.
Because I knew you'd say no.
Because it's mental.
But like, it's
It
and
was
my
so
teacher
good,
said no at
though.
the time. Because for anyone that doesn't know, this is basically the films we did when we were in A level got picked for an award showcase, and they were shown in cinemas, and then a load of different skills
We've
came and
never
saw
talked
them.
about them before.
Never talked about them. It's very low key. And Chloe was in the audience, and then me and Clooney went to uni together. And
The
now
guy
we're
that won the one above us, the really good one, Sean. He's in my class. That's how he.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you did that," and I was like, "Oh, you did that. It was class." And
You were in Loop. I was like,
he's a great cinematographer. Sure, he's not listening.
I would
robbed.
have had no idea. It was literally because you showed me, and I went, "Oh my gosh,
That's
I
him.
seen this!" Like, because I still have the book that we were given on the day. Was like the thing.
I think yeah, it's like some one of those drawers somewhere. But I
You kept telling me about though. I couldn't remember which one he directed and which one you
Yeah.
directed.
it
Like
is
I,
because we're both
yeah.
in each other's, you know.
But to be fair, if I directed it, I would have had to kill myself. Like
Oh.
directing and being two characters, I could barely even be the two characters.
I know. Well, that's why I was like, did he like? Is this because mine? I was my like own character in it
What was
for one
yours?
of them. But that year, I don't remember. Oh, mine was so bad. Like I don't even know how to explain it. You think his was bad? Mine was the most convoluted, stupid story. No, with trying to direct it.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean like his was bad. Like no,
It's like no one said that.
no. No, I just directed. It was just the biggest faff ever. It just went so. I have like really. Like this is my problem. I have really big, grand, extravagant ideas, and then when it comes to actually doing it, I just get so lost and procrastinate so much. Like I don't know where to start. I think is my problem. So like, I don't even know how that turned out. I don't ever want to look at it again, to be honest. My second year one was, or my upper sixth one was okay. It was about like drug and alcohol abuse, so it was kind of touchy. It was also my 16-year-old sister acting like a drug and alcohol abuser. So
Biopic. No, there was some shockers there, wasn't there?
the animation ones were.
Remember the guy
Woeful.
used the Mandalorian theme song, and it was just like a bunch of
You
rubbish.
don't want to on like some
No,
15-year-olds.
No, but if it's bad film, it's bad film. But like, do you know what I mean? There's also like these get picked because they're like meant to be really decent.
It was the one that came second in your category. We all went. Was not good.
Can I be honest? It was just.
It was.
It was called The Stranger.
Yeah, was it not
Is
the
you
forest
held on
one?
this?
I have,
What
and
are you gonna be honest?
I'll be honest. They were like in the third place. Look by Danny Houston. I in my head went right, okay then. Like I was because I knew I was again. I'd basically been teed up to be like,
Yeah.
you've won
My-
one of
my
these.
Teacher,
I knew you had won.
Our teacher rang me before and was like, "Aren't you won?" And I was like, "Oh, that's great." And then she went, hang on, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. So I went to Cineworld knowing I
No,
was
when you're
winning.
winning.
You knew I was third.
I knew you'd done, yeah, but I
But
didn't.
you
I chose
just
not to tell you.
you
It's
just
like a
told me it
surprise.
was.
Yeah, I said you're doing all right.
Yeah.
But like people were asking me like before, like, oh, how you feeling? And I went, I'm gonna win. And like I didn't tell them that I knew.
Yeah,
I'm gonna win. And I was just like,
That's so fair.
But I remember, because I said they were like third, and I went, right. I went, okay, no, it's fine. And then that 1 second, I went, noted, okay, noted.
Yeah, no,
And then
you
I-
got
It was
you
a
did.
stellar performance in the job that went wrong.
That's what it
That
was.
got you-
The Oscar winning.
Yeah.
No,
Well-
yours was so good. I actually will never get over it. His was so good. Like it actually
We
was.
shot that in 4 hours.
Yeah.
We got the
Shot
whole
it
thing done
in
today.
4 hours.
Because it was during COVID.
You had to go to work and everything, you know?
I was during Easter break. Do you know what that was an experimental. That wasn't even my final film. Our final
That's
film,
so fair.
Our final films got cancelled. So I was like, fine.
Yeah.
No, it was good, and I actually really did like yours. Like you got robbed the second place. To be fair.
I mean, massive shout out to Ryan Hill because that's both his locations. Like, he
Yeah.
has that warehouse and that's his
Oh
house.
god. Yeah, no, he because I remember. So basically, obviously, you had to pitch your films. And I remember saying that, and listen, it's a big, basically a huge, big, long fight scene is the whole film, and it's a guy fighting himself. And I said before I said you're not gonna like this.
Yeah, you said let me finish. You did,
And I'll tell you how we're gonna do it, and it will work. And I will say for most part it works, unless you know how it was shot. You can put like there's a deep.
It's just the way.
There's a
man, if
bit-
The waves
I've told
were
you this, I
slightly
think.
better.
I've told you this. I think there's a bit where I cut out Aaron's face and put it over Ryan. I'll show you it after, and it basically goes like frame by frame, like just a still image of Aaron's face is like it's like a really bad deep fake, and yeah, it's a good film. I'm happy with it. I'm making another one, like, but it is what it is. But what's happening? We should really get back on track with that.
No, we should. I think
People
I
are-
have
people are
such
yearning for
high.
People are yearning
No,
for
they
it.
actually are, and I have such. Actually, some of my friends who are away have been saying about it, and they're like, they were like saying they've been watching that talk too. They're like, I've had to resort to talk to because I'm waiting on what's happening.
But
Well.
they no, like basically, I was told that the radio station are getting one of these, and I'm like, get it because I don't really want to be trudging this in all the time because
Yeah.
it's so heavy. But yeah, I don't know. I'm keen to start it. I'm keen to. The difficulty I think is thinking in more weeks that we haven't done already. Because to be fair, by the end of last year we were kind of like, what are we
Yeah.
going to talk about this week?
I'm just so like it's the same thing for me as well. Though I'm like, I'm so passionate about it, and I have so many big ideas, but then actually like putting it into play and like actually doing it is my problem. Like, because we never are all available at the same time somehow. Like, there's always someone away or someone has work or doing something, so it's a bit of a nightmare.
I think maybe this is just a suggestion. What about the possibility of like 1 week is just us chatting with each other, next week is questions, chatting questions, so that like
Yeah, you
You've
have more
more build up.
time.
You just read the QB Love confessions. They are crazy.
Really?
Do you want me to read you one?
yeah.
I'll find one.
Yeah,
I
we'll
found a
do one.
mental
We'll do a what's happening live right
I
now.
found a mental one.
Wait, I think I've got the intro somewhere. I know we're not using it this year, but still.
Talk for 2 minutes because I have to find it.
Okay. Wait, let me check this out. Nope.
Well, we could do
I don't know what that was. Well,
could do an episode on like like we did a relationships one, but we could do one on like juicy like I don't know
confessions are
confessions
good.
or something. Because
Confessions
I
are
love
good.
confessional ones. They're so funny, and because it's anonymous, people just don't care. They will send anything in.
That's what I mean. And I think, like, don't get me wrong, like, the first week we had something like 32, 35.
We had 40
stories.
the first week.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
It was really good,
I
and
remember
if
thinking,
and the
if we
first
can keep this speed, it's really good. This
Start
this
off
summer-
strong and
this
then
summer
carry
absolutely
on.
will keep it going. I'll make
100%.
I'll make my mission to keep it going this summer.
I will traipse up every day. It doesn't
yeah.
bother me, and I want to do the other videos as well. Like,
Same.
see, this is what I'm saying. Like, I would be happy enough to edit the podcast if someone was happy to do like the vlog, and then someone was doing the TikTok editing, and then someone was doing the Instagram stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty.
I think there's maybe an opportunity to. When I say make the team bigger, I mean in terms of like.
We probably need to cut all this out anyway, because it's just a whole load of yap of
No,
us talking
but
about what's happening.
So I had to go there, find a post from the 11th of May 2023.
You ready?
I just found it. Yeah.
We watch Yappenin live.
We want
Sorry,
more. Clap.
I-
Clap. There you go.
I cut the audio off for a second. What's the time for?
It's time to yap.
It's time to yap.
Well, you-
Turn it up.
You know.
It's Chloe
Daniel, Jack,
and Kira.
and this is
What's happening?
Live on Queen's Radio.
It's never live, but yeah, go for it.
I have a mental one for it because this just popped in my head here. You should, so this is the sort of stuff that. Do you know what QB Love is?
Mhm.
You know what QB
No.
Love is? It's this Facebook group where you can send anonymous messages in for if you're a Queen student. So this is QB Love number 30,667, right? From the 11th of May 2023. So a bit old, but still mental. I just remember because this one popped off, right? All caps, I cheated on my boyfriend in UFO last night and I'm stuck in the guy's house. Help, right? New paragraph. So this is a long one, but I've landed myself in a bit of a situation after giving in to the attention of a certain guy. Let's call him S. Has been giving me for the last while. I am a first-year girl and only recently discovered QEB Love and needs
2023. That's the one.
so someone's. Yep. So someone who's still at Queens right now. By the way, this is a thing.
Okay.
And I only discovered QB Love, and I need somewhere to vent and tell this anonymously to, as I don't know who else I can turn to. So, I have been with my boyfriend for over 6 years now, and I absolutely love him to bits, and I would do anything for him, and I know he feels the same for me. But recently, the spark just doesn't seem to be there. There isn't any real affection, and he doesn't give me the attention he used to give me, and he doesn't really spend money on me anymore, which is the worst part.
Yes, brother.
Wild.
Now, for quite a while now, S, who is in my class, has been dropping subtle hints that he has a thing for me, and I have just been ignoring it and playing off with some friendly fun, reminding him that I have a boyfriend of 6 years, but he's beautiful though, so it makes it all the harder to resist his advances.
Oh my
That's
word.
New
This
paragraph.
infuriates
So
me.
out of pocket.
Paragraph. So forward on until last night. So she put this in on the what do you call it? Oh wait, I just lost it.
We can cut around this.
I got it.
We're gonna have to cut around a lot, to be honest, in this one.
So she put this in the 11th of May. So on the 10th of May, this happened. So I think she's still in the house when she's writing this. Maybe.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
guy's bed that she don't. Anyway, forward last night, me and my friends are heading out to UFO. So is S and his mates. Didn't think anything of it, just another night out in UFO. Later on the night, S approaches me at the bar. We're both pretty drunk at this point. As I expected, he starts making a bit of an advance, asking if my boyfriend is here, to which I tell him no, because he was at home with a few mates drinking. Brackets, me and my boyfriend lived together there with a few mates in the Holy Lands.
They live together.
They live together with a few mates in the Holy Lands. S then runs his hands down my back, and I just let it happen. I didn't pull away because it felt nice to have the attention. Question mark. One thing led to another. He buys me a few drinks. We start flirting, and he hints at us leaving and going back to his house in the Holy Lands. I didn't know whereabouts in the Holy Lands at this point, and I just said, "F it." So we snuck out, both leaving our friends at UFO. New paragraph. So we get back to his. I turn my snap maps off. We get upstairs, and this is the crazy part. We literally have the most mind-blowing sex imaginable.
Are you okay? This is looking like it's really hitting close to home.
This guy order food,
What?
cuddle with a movie on, as if we're a couple, and it just felt so real. So this is where the big problem is. It is now morning.
Boyfriend of
time.
6 years. That's probably
So this is the part. It's now morning time. I have woken up, checked my phone. Boyfriend wondering where the fuck I am. Check snap maps, and who's at my location on maps? My boyfriend. So at some point last night, they decided they would go to their mate's house instead, which happens to be one of the houses right beside the guy, and I'm absolutely terrified of leaving his house in case he sees me.
Own it. I'm sorry if you're watching this and this was you that wrote that in. You're the scum of the earth.
Oh, that is
Scum
why.
off the
There's
earth.
a difference now. You know, we all know I've been cheated on, but like, I think there's a difference in kissing on a night out. And
No, there's
like,
not.
No, but I mean, like,
No, there's not. They're
there's
all the
levels
same.
to the game of like
still
kissing.
cheating.
No. I mean, but like, you know, there's levels to like kiss on a night out, or like I'm gonna turn my snap maps off so my boyfriend doesn't.
It's
see
like
this.
premeditated.
Go home. Yes, you know, like you haven't even cheated yet. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you know, like there's a difference in just being like it's happening in the club, boom, I've kissed, and you're like, oh well, I've cheated. I'll own it. Oh,
There's a follow up. I did not.
What?
you killed me.
Okay. Hi, I'm the OP. This is the day after. I'm the original poster for
Yeah,
Baby Love 30667 because it's like anonymously like they hashtag it, so you just hashtag it and then everything's related.
Yeah.
Like this would be a great WhatsApp. You just gotta go through the scum of the earth.
That's
people were being like, I hope you get caught, all this sort of stuff. There were people were not with her.
Really?
Yeah, no, I completely back it. I think like if you're posting that,
before we get the response, what are your responses?
I think so. I think that yes, it's cheating across the board. I think there's levels. That is premeditated. My snap maps are going off. There's been no sexual activity even yet, apart from the hand on the back. But that's not even you. That's him. You are making a decision to be like, snap maps are going off. I'm gonna go back to this guy's house. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna watch. There is a difference, careful because we're in Queen's Radio. There's a difference. There's a difference of a kiss or whatever in a club and being like, oh, I cheated, or like spending the entire night with someone knowingly and just going at it for.
I genuinely think cheating is like, I think it's one of the worst things that you can do to someone. Like genuinely one of the worst things. Like I
Break up with
hate
them.
if you're
Break
with
up with
someone
them.
for that long and you're at the point. Doesn't matter how long it's been. You're unhappy,
For like we were like 16 maybe.
but you're at that point where it's like just break up with him. Own it. Like you're in uni. Go like find something new and that's fine. There's no need to cheat if you're finding.
At the start of uni.
Yeah, but if you're finding you're unhappy, like there's no like motivation there. There's no like
Love left in
there's
it.
no love left. He's not coming. Like, there's no affection, no passion. Then break up. Like own it. There's no need to be like sneaking around. It's not like I completely get what you mean. Like that is almost like premeditated. Like
It's like
there's levels.
you're looking for it.
And
Like
it's been building up with S.
Yes.
Over the
Yeah, but like
course of their-
you know what I mean. Like it's just own it, kind of like. And I completely agree with what you mean with the levels. But like even if you get someone on a night out, it's still cheating.
yeah, yeah.
Like I
Still
have
cheating.
been
That's not me,
blackout,
like, kissed on our out, but like
and I
if
have
that-
never.
I'll tell you right now, I was cheating on via they kissed someone else and I ex-boyfriend. Okay. But if that happened, if the location went
in the
off,
same like area. of
The-
houses.
and then
So it's
see-
either to the right of you, to the
see
left
if I
of
was
you.
out
I
with
would
you,
be in jail.
see if I was out with you, see if I was out with you, right? We went to Sam's house or something in the Holy Lands, and then and little do I know, my ex-girlfriend is next
Your
door. I know, but like
Oh, yeah.
at the time
Yeah.
is
Still.
next door. Just
There's some other guy.
yeah.
If
You-
I
you
had a
would be in jail,
boyfriend,
maybe? Yeah.
Do you want to hear the follow up? I haven't read it myself, so this is.
And another point is he is well aware you have a boyfriend, so there's no like.
there's no like bro
he
code
led
there.
with, is your boyfriend here?
Yeah.
You would
Like
kill
he
him as
knew
well.
what was
I mean,
happening.
he's still. She's worse. Though.
Oh, she's worse.
No,
The
100%.
girl, or man, whoever's
Like
cheating,
she's her
whoever
own
the cheater
person.
is. So yeah. But
'Cause that's like if I had a boyfriend and I found out that I would be in jail right now. Like I would actually be in jail.
kill him.
I would do more than that. I think I would actually torture someone.
Saw starring Chloe.
Yeah, like literally. What's that? Terrifier 3? That would be me.
Here, gory enough, but
I've never watched that. I've just seen clips.
This is she's confronted her boyfriend, right?
she confronted him.
I don't know.
Or just
so I'd read that first one before, right? I'm just a messenger,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Tim Messenger. I wasn't off.
Very good.
And this is the response.
Yeah.
And this is me reading it for the first time too. Mental. Hi, I'm the original poster, and I didn't think it would have such a bad reaction from everyone on this page, LMFAO. So after the backlash, I confronted my
rat.
boyfriend about the whole thing, and we spoke about it from start to finish. And he seems pretty okay about it.
What?
His reaction was
He cheated as well.
his reaction was pretty deserved. I don't know. It's like he almost seemed unbothered about the whole thing. Like he wasn't even shocked, even though I've never given him a reason to think I would have done this.
Well,
Cheating as
your the way you're reacting about your last story really says something different. If you're not shocked that
Yes,
people
if you're
had that
like,
reaction,
Can't believe no one's on my side here.
I personally think everyone makes mistakes, and
Wow.
you should really forgive me anyway. I would.
What?
I would.
This has to be bait, man.
This
There's
has
no
to be
way.
fake. There's no
I
way.
don't know.
Yeah.
I would.
What's it called? Rage bait.
Yeah, maybe. I would. It's
great rage bait.
But you. But
Yeah,
it's
no,
not.
no.
I would forgive him if he done this to me because I love him so much and these things happen.
Cap.
Anyway, we spoke it through. He seems unbothered, and he said and all he said was to clear this up here on here, and then he said to go to the McLean to study, even though he never studies there. He would always study at home. But can everyone stop being so effing cheeky to me in the comments? He's my boyfriend. None of you know him the way I do, and he will forgive me. I can promise you that. He always does in the end because he loves me.
That makes
Thank
me think
you
it's
for your
real.
input, though. And then
If they're
Top-
still together, mate, man, wake up.
top comment from Jamie Finnegan. You might have to bleep this out, but
Yeah,
it's funny. McLean must be code for.
Completely valid. That's what I was gonna
So-
say. He's 100% getting her back harder.
Yeah,
But maybe
he's been doing it for like 5 years.
maybe he's been doing it, or maybe he's been thinking about doing it, and she goes this, and he's
But
like,
then you're just in an unhappy cheating.
oh yeah, like
Just break up.
she sounds mental anyway.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, jeez. Honestly, if you're watching this, you're so sad. Like,
No,
like you're actually so sad.
yeah,
It's so Trumpy. Like,
yeah, that's grim. It's just like, I don't understand why people. I understand night out. Things happen.
no, I don't.
No, but like
I
I
don't understand
understand.
that either. Because see, if you're actually into someone and you actually like them, like that's not going to happen. That's not going to cross your mind. You're not going to be thinking about getting with someone else. Like you shouldn't be. And if you are, then that should be a wake up call to you. You need to break up with the person you're with because clearly they're not fulfilling you.
I understand people get really drunk and they forget where they are and what they're doing, and they're like,
Going back to the house.
but
And then-
back to the house, the
and
snap
then the
maps off,
circumstance of it's basically the same house that your boyfriend.
and then to be like, he's gonna forgive me, and if anyone is being cheeky, they shouldn't be. Honestly, you deserve hit by a bus
Yeah.
and survive, not die,
on that
not
bus.
die.
Well,
but mental.
We
It's
watch
so
Yappenin
disgusting.
before,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You should go.
We
through
should-
the
we
really
should-
love.
yeah, we
We
should.
should do.
'Cause
I haven't
it's-
heard of that. I've
there's
seen.
some mental ones on there. Like that's mental. Like, but there's some really.
That's
When I was in Loughborough, they have a Elborough one, and it's like they post on the story every day, and it's like people's confessions, and it was really really good. I didn't realize there was one
we
here.
should.
There's some in
we should
Newcastle and stuff
look
as well.
into that for what's happening.
Yeah, that is quite cool.
'Cause they're good stories, better than some of.
And they
Nonsense.
We
So
did
you
get some good ones.
We got some good ones, and then we got some guy that just sent in the Kanye West Grammy acceptance
every
speech
single week.
And then there was someone, wonder who, kept sending just 3 teenagers living in my basement. Who would that be?
What?
Someone
I
every
wasn't
week.
paying attention.
Someone every week sent in a story that always ended with, "There's 3 bionic teenagers living in my basement." Who would that be?
I genuinely wasn't me.
Are you sure?
Was it?
I always thought it was you.
What is it, Labrats or something?
There's always they basically just were like, here's a half decent story, and then it always ended with, there's three
I would always
teenagers living in my
actually-
basement.
Sorry, Queen Radio. Chloe knows like that. I'd send that big. when they
You
get
sent that
those.
one,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
radio one. I always just presumed because we used to talk about Labradors a lot. And I always presumed anytime
No,
I saw
Someone
Labradors,
probably just listened to the podcast.
Aaron Gurley.
No.
but,
Unless I have, unless I'm like
In your
unless I'm,
sleep?
like midnight. I just went
subconsciously. yeah.
What have I done?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sending a Labrats reference.
But
I don't think it was me.
yeah, that's wild. We should
Have a look.
we should have a look,
Peruse, 'cause
you
there's
know.
a lot of-
No, but I get so angry. Like, it really cracks me up, stuff like that. Like, I get so passionate about it because I get so annoyed.
You've never been shitting on, have you? Oh. Okay. It happens to the best.
Yeah, 100%, guys.
Starts crying. Any cry in the podcast?
Mate.
You cried.
Every
You
week.
cried. Yeah.
Every week, man.
You're crying.
You did cry, though.
Didn't
You
cry.
did.
Someone pull it up.
Pull it up.
He
What is
literally
it?
did.
Deleted it.
Someone,
You
I
might have
to the
deleted
listener, someone find it. Someone.
You
someone
deleted
find
it.
Well,
I
you'd
did.
have to-
I promise
you're the
you.
OP, you're gonna have to find it.
I
Daniel, I
promise you.
watched it because it was your, like,
It was
whatever.
the reinventing Dolecast thing with like the
No, it was
Harvey
like-
the Wolf and all
It was
that.
like episode like 50. I wouldn't even have known you.
No, I wasn't thinking of that one. I thought there was one, like,
You
later.
cried again.
I
Was it not your 100th episode or something? No, there was another one.
I probably.
I'm talking
I learned a
about,
wee bit during the 100th episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tears of joy. I'm talking like angry, vengeful tears. Sad
Had to
tears.
cut 20 minutes.
Oh, I
to be
don't know
crying out
about
during
this.
Yeah,
the-
Daniel, in episode like 50 or 51, he was doing a solo podcast. He was trying to reinvent the podcast, and all these episodes are deleted now. So we said there's not episodes of the podcast, but you know, there have been, but you can't watch them all. Because
I just-
Daniel, we
I was, and you know what? I was singing this actually yesterday as well. That just like, I make a lot of content and I work very hard to try and get things out in time and do things and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes it just seems to never pay off. And I basically just one day vented all this when I was about 16 on an episode. Solo podcast. I was just talking to, I think it was actually just
Aw.
audio at this stage, and I was just like, blah, 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 blah. And the rumor is I got a bit teary during it. I did not do that.
There's got to be a private video or something.
I thought you were talking about the 100th episode one. He was
Oh,
like
no, yeah.
crying in it,
had a
and I
wee bit
was.
of a-
Nobody's watching my content.
That's pretty much what it was.
Oh, Daniel, it's so embarrassing.
But yeah, it was just someone left a comment in that clip of Adam yesterday that said,
Yikers.
what?
Yikers.
Yikers. Jinkies. There was a guy left a comment yesterday in the clip of Adam that said, what was it, something like groundbreaking stuff here, lads. And I'm sitting on like 40 likes. And I'm going, you know what? Like 20,000 views, 40 likes on that. That's okay. That's fine. But I'm not trying to be groundbreaking. Just a wee funny story.
This is really cool.
Yeah, that's from our sponsors, Great Outdoor Barbecue Co. Woo! Woo! Who will be...
154 people sent that, like,
What's this?
the TikTok. 154.
Oh, they've
shares,
sent it?
154 shares.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What is it? Of what?
Do you know
The clip I posted, that's a lot of people.
A lot of people probably sent it to her.
Who?
Basically, the last podcast I talked about a girl I used to go out with in Lisbon who, and just like the story of that. I posted a TikTok about
Do you
it,
know about
and-
this?
Probably not. I'll tell you off air. But we basically just did I just told that story, but now it's doing very well on TikTok.
Oh.
154 people is a lot of people to
Send
pass
to
that
her.
on to someone. Not that I'd be worried, but I'd be like, here, sting your hair, love. But
One of my favourite TikToks in ours is one of our first ones we were doing. I think it was a clip or something, and someone just commented cornball with a skull emoji about Daniel, and
do you know my
it was about you.
how on earth
And we,
you know
that's
about
why
me?
he saved us that on my phone. I don't even know if you know this.
I
He
didn't know
saved his
that.
cornball on my phone with a skull
what was
emoji.
it?
It's one of the first ones, and it like, see what I say? I read it and I cackled so hard.
What's happening earlier? What's happening like the
It was me
TikTok one
earlier.
that was from a while back. But
It came up. No, it came up in the
migration.
Friends thing.
uh,
I was just stalking. Yeah. No, it was during that whole thing I was talking about earlier. I was looking, and
what was it?
I don't remember. It's
The one with 28k probably.
is it that one? I don't think it is.
There was definitely.
No, that was the one where it's like, get your facts right. Actually, the Queen died at 5
death was
p.m.
announced later in the afternoon, so lies and shows your intelligence for believing.
Shut up.
Arseholes.
Well, actually, it was one of the other ones before that. I think if you go like that one of
that
you, and then is it?
uh,
Oh no, what's the one? It's before that then.
oh, was it the Meet Your Host stuff?
Daniel, you were the first or second one.
No comments. No one's calling me a cornball. Thanks very much.
No,
But yeah, we're gonna get back to it. What's happening? It's gonna.
that
be
one
great.
did really well. It got 28k
That was a riff story.
views.
That's what I mean. Like, see if we were posting one TikTok a week. Hey, you'd probably get 500 views. You know. But yeah, any good? Any good? Don't worry, man. Don't you worry.
Oh my goodness,
That's
where
not
is
this.
it?
Doesn't exist.
Maybe I deleted the comment.
Have you any good Halloween stores? You're so
I'm done.
see recently. You're so so it doesn't exist.
I'll find it later and I'll
Well,
screenshot it.
I texted you today because you were out for a week.
was
You were out for a few wee drinky poos last night, and I texted
Way
you,
more than I thought.
and I said,
Which is
usually that's 9 times, probably 10 times out of 10. That's how it goes. I said, are you still good for 2 o'clock today? And you said, I'll have to cut this. Like I'm doing a lot of this today, and you said, yeah, to your, and I said, and then you said, no, but for real, I'm not, and I said, why not? And you said, don't want to. This is really good.
In my head, I'm like this.
Oh yeah, thanks. But
I don't think I have any good Halloween stories. Shot a music video Halloween. There you go. I was
Awesome.
really drunk. I'd say that about it. Music video will be out.
stuff your music video, man.
I mean,
What is this?
yeah. You're telling me, yeah.
Oh, I have some tea for you both after.
Okay.
You'll know more about it than you will, but you'll pick it up just from what I've heard in the grapevine regarding a few people. But
Is it?
no,
You're gonna have to.
a few people. Well, I'll tell you after because it's not looking good. Chloe, thanks very much for coming on the podcast.
No problem.
We'll spill the tea and stuff after her. Thanks, for
I'm
producing.
excited now.
Guys, folks, happy Halloween. Thanks to Go Barbecue for sponsoring. Make sure to get after their spooky deals. And we'll see you all next week. And look out for What's Yappenin. Coming soon enough. After a team meeting.
I was waiting for him to leave.
And we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Yeah. There you go. Well, that.